Hi, this is Josh again from Wisconsin, and this is going to be the second part of my kombucha home brewing video. So as you will see, I have my sweet tea ready and already cooled from yesterday. I did go ahead, since this is not my second batch, but it's going to be your second batch. I did go ahead and already bottle mine. And these bottles I got on Amazon, and I like these bottles. They're nice because they have this nice poly cap on them that creates a good seal. And one thing I did do before I bottled these is I took the kombucha SCOBY out of the jar. It's easier to pour it through the funnel with not having your SCOBY in there. And the other thing is I have my spoon. Before I bottle, and before you are at the point in your third, fourth, or fifth batch or so on where you're ready to bottle, you want to stir your kombucha first before you transfer it to the bottle. That stirs up the yeast and everything that's on the bottom and increases your carbonation in brewing. As you can kind of see, there's some carbonation at the top of these bottles. Now, since those are all bottled and I put the caps on, and another thing with bottling, you usually let your kombucha sit in a cool, dark area in the bottles, just like you do with your brewing jar. But with the bottles, you only let them sit out about 2 to 3 days, and then you're going to take these bottles and you're going to transfer them to the fridge after those 2 to 3 days to stay cold. And again, I just do 2 days and then I transfer them to the fridge. But again, since you're not at this bottling step yet, since this is going to only be your second brew and it's not ready to drink yet for you, I will go through the process of doing your second brew. So here we go. I am going to take and add in my sweet tea that I have made. And here's one trick that I do that I'm going to show you, because I'm guessing besides a little bit of tea remaining in the bottom of that jar, there is a little bit of sugar too. So you take your water, whether it's your well water or your spring water from the store. I pour a little bit in there, swish it around, and then I just pour that right in my brewing jar. We're done with that. Now the SCOBY I took out, I'm actually going to pour back in. And as you'll notice, you'll still be using a quart jar for your first batch. So as you noticed before I added the water, I should have told you that I left approximately 2 cups of kombucha in there to aid in fermenting my next batch. Now for you, in a quart jar, that's going to be about half a cup or so. Now all I'm going to do now is take my remaining water and fill it up to my desired level in my brewing vessel. And that looks about where I usually put it. I don't fill it too full to the top, and don't worry, if you pour water over your SCOBY, it will come back up to the top eventually. So then I'm going to put my cap back on. I have to take off my old date sticker and change that date on there. And I'm going to brew this for my 10 days and then do my next batch after that. Also remember to keep your cap on loose when you're brewing, and you can also use a cheesecloth. So if you use a cheesecloth on top to do this, whatever your preference is, you can use that with a rubber band. Just the easiest way I do it is with my plastic lid. And that is it. Thank you for watching.